Good evening, people. You'll forgive me, but praise God. My name is Nako Aisha. Pastor Nako Aisha. I'm a pastor. This is my first time to come here. And I'm happy to be here. I really wanted to talk to the crowd because I had some people struggling spiritually. And I'm a pastor. I have won some things. And if you want some support in that area, please, it is okay. I'm happy that I've been meeting a lot of people, like what she has been talking about. People are struggling, and sometimes you don't even know how to help. You know, pastors with counseling, and we are giving counseling that is, most times it is baseless. You know, you tell them, and you find yourself talking about the same things all the time to different people with different problems. So when I joined this platform, I think I'm bettering my kind of advice, and they're telling me, hey, Musumba, this time, there is something different. Obadde otuyamba, but chogamboli. Now I'm learning how to access situations depending on how they come. Wow. And I am actually being very happy because it is less stressing. Nayiga how to protect myself from their problems. Nduli bibadde bintwala ne binsiibya nnyo ne binkozza nnyo ne ntunula bubi because of someone else. And sometimes after talking to you, they go home and sip their fresh diary. Kati gwe ne bakulekanga you're heavy laden. N'owulira bubi n'akuleetera abaana baganya basasulira fees naye asibe human hair.
Chogereko.
Oh. Najja akoze enjala ngeza Madam Hilda.
Nenga talina fees.
Alabika bulungi ka make-up akajjukira. Ne batuula mu line n'ogamba, what could be this one's problem? Ng'oyitawo. You know, you're going into the counseling room. Naye kati ono abadde kibiri. Ayambadde engatto.
Aze kuslayinga n'ebizibu bye.
Alina abaana n'omugamba abaana abasomerawa.
No, not looking bad, but this is just a moment. You're going to carry on. There is a certain woman that misguiding the husband. She would prefer the husband to buy for her human hair, but not pay school fees, so that kids should wait, but she should have human hair, and then come to the family and say, gundi teyanyambye kunsasulira abaana bange school fees. And then I'm like, my friend, I find you with long nails and human hair, and you want me to pay school fees for your children. Sell that hair and pay school fees. Not the looking bad thing. They're being looked after by other people. But tell the people that are looking after you to give you money to pay school fees, not to buy human hair of 1 million. Nodda waliwo abakisussa kati abo booyogerako balayika bali medium. Waliwo abakisussa n'ayambala engatto empya n'ayingira mu kyaki ng'ogirabira ddala mpya togirabangako. Najja ng'akoona n'akagoye kapya olw'okuba it's a Thanksgiving Sunday. But Musombeeka tetulina kyakulya, engoye waziguzisizza ki? Akakondo wakaguzizisa ki? Wasobodde nti jo twasuze enjala ng'oyina paint omupya ku njala zo jo mwasuze enjala. You know, mwe bweyazise kale weeyazike ne school fees n'emmere ogyeyazike. I'm not saying look bad, but let me tell you, there's prioritize, yes. If you know that my children are priority, if I get to the next nail appointment and I don't have the money, I will chop them off and I will whatever, and I will remain. Bwembanga omusajja is not doing, for example, I'll give an example. I'll still take you back to my family because it's the closest thing I know. If, I will give her the microphone. For example, if my father was not paying the fees, okay, and my brothers were supporting my mother, guess what? She was getting that money and investing in her children's future because she knows that looking good right now or expensive things, she can dress normal kind of dressing, but her children going to school is a priority. Her children getting medication is a priority. So if your brother sends you money to support you to look good, ngagamba tosuyuka bikutofana na mbera nakuwereza sente, and then you're able to leave a sick child at home and go to saloon, mba nkwewunya. Like that is the angle I am coming from. But I get it that it's very possible that the man is not doing his responsibility. But again, you as a woman, you must take up the responsibility of knowing that, you know what, bwabata agenda basasulira ate nange sigenda gamba umanyi kangende ndye mu Serena ngabana babagobye bali waka. Like there is a way wojjo kwetetenkanya ofaanane bulungi naye n'abaana babeeko nga bali mbulamu obulungi. You get it? Because as a woman you can multitask. Osobola okuba ng'olina akabaga k'ogendako n'ogamba nti by the way, and I will tell you for a fact, there is a bride who told me recently abadde akola nails over 150 on her wedding because the budgets were so stretched. Guess what? She walked into any salon and did nails of 30,000. Why? Because she knew there was other things that ebyabadde byetaagisa attention. So that means whenever you're in a fix, you first look at your priorities. No manya nti omanyi what comes after what. But if looking good tops your list, don't expect my help. Don't. Nange njagala ngende nguleyo uchi human hair. Oba nange njagala ngende nguleyo akakondo. So gwozo digida naye owoza ki? Abana, you know, balwadde nabadde sina wadde ne panado naye ng'olaba atalina panado engeri gy'afaananamu. Okay, sibagambye kusiiwuka, but let's have our priorities straight. Please finish.
Okay,
I think both angles have been catered for. Yeah. Though I feel like I was not giving her the microphone because we needed to know the other angle. I know so many women that are suffering. So many. That the men have abandoned their responsibility. That right now the woman is the man and the woman in a home. Okay? And the little joy when she gets people to support her, she's also, I know of one, by the way, bweba muwa support okugula emmere. This is what she does. Agula enyama, n'agula omuceere, ne bagulira n'abaana be lunch, ekiro n'afumba ebinyebwa n'akawunga. For just the husband. Yagamba, bwaba teyazireseewo. Kati kalyeko bino bye nayiyizaako, naye bino bye nayiyiriza ddala. And I'm like, but now, why? So when I met the gentleman, the gentleman agamba akuva dda mulimu gwa mukyala kuyiiya. Newe mba sintikulekeddeewo kintu nina okusangawo ennyama. Hey! I was like, Mama, I told you of a woman who told the a man who told the mother-in-law, mukazi andisa akawunga mu lockdown. Omukazi andisa akawunga n'ebijanjaalo. Nyazaala najja n'agamba omuwala n'amugamba omusajja bamuyirizayo akanyama mwene bwe muli akawunga n'ebijanjaalo naye ogulayo kakwota k'ennyama ak'omusajja ng'omukyala yagula ebijanjaalo naki. Hey, you have not found ones that are tired. They will cook the beans and the portion and they will eat them on you. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Coach. Chembade mpunzika nacho nti chino chetuliko kati. It has helped me discover nti sometimes tubeera manipulated. Bwayogedde ku manipulativeness. Kati ngono mchala chabadde agamba nti someone can afford to look good and ignore the children. Kati bamanya basomba tulina okubeera that because the Bible says we will bless the giving hand more than the receiving. Why do you have to be the receiving? Don't you need blessings? Kati lulimba de nkozesa nnyo. I even deny my kids some of, yes, from here. And when I went, I had counseling on Wednesday. And whoever I met, abakaba, but I was not touched. Not because I'm not being empathetic, but I was telling them straight that, you know what? If you can afford to do this, sente zemuleta mu church, zikola church things. Nensigalanga nafe we can barely meet ends. Naye because you know, banno balese, ate mweno temuleta, abebizibu ebingi, even when you have, ekimu ekyekumi tokibeerako. Kati when these others bring, then we need to pay fees for you, then we need to pay housing for you. Kati after Wednesday, n'abanyonyo actually I'm going to call them, whoever has been ngantawanya nnyo, we talk about how to start a life. Mutandise muti oba nnyaanya oba mchi oba pani.
Where is Coach Helga? She's not here. You should meet Coach Helga.
Please.
She's good at that.
I'll meet them and try to give them an everlasting solution to their problems. Kuba ebizibu tebijja kuggwa, but I'm getting those standing grounds from her. The other time I was like, Banange, the Bible, people will think I'm being a bad pastor, you know. But now I know I've been left behind. People are moving on. They're dressing on well. And the people I'm helping, when we stand with them, they are the pastors. Because they look the place. And when you're like, this is my pastor. I thought it was the other one. No, she's good spiritually and that.
You're
but
sacrificing yourself.
Yes, but you don't look
on
the
that
part
cross.
because you're being manipulated. So I am very thankful. And I know this is the last time I'm looking like this because...
Watch that space.
I was requesting that because we have so many stories and so many experiences to draw from, or even to like give backgrounds of why some of us maybe we are not agreeing to some. Maybe you may think of another session like where we can just maybe call it a fireside chat. It's just stories. I don't know. So that we
I promised we would have that.
Yes.
So now it's time to have it.
So that we don't come and take
And so
up
we
your
have enough time.
And like now for me when I'm really giving my story, I really want the person to understand where is this coming from. But right now the time is not enough and so many people. So I still believe, like why I was still not agreeing with the pastor. There are so many times, myself for instance, I have seen people who pretend. You've seen of these guys who sit on the streets. Recently they got one who used to pretend to be blind. Then you remember the other lady whom they followed and they reached, and she has mansions and what in Chengera.
Hey.
But she sits like, you get. She sits and is like this beggar and people give money, until these journalists went and followed her. They followed her the first time, second time, then the next time they went and now started making. They're like, but now your landlord you are fair. Now you get it. Follow those NTV journalistic series. Now recently it was a blind man. So there are people who can really, there are people naturally, even if they don't have money, they will look good. Are we together? They just know how to put themselves together. Her budget of making up and what it is, movie, not even expensive things. So she just knows how to get out and look good. She will buy a dress of 3,000 from Owino and what she just knows. But you are judging her by her looks. You're judging her. Now for me, I have a sister in the US who sometimes just sends you something. Oh, I've sent you a perfume. But I cannot afford that perfume. You know? That's why I was saying, if you're a pastor, for instance, as much as possible, let us avoid judging people before we get to the details, the depth of the story. I might come to you, like sometimes they tell us in church, you look at these pastors and you look, they are looking good, they are looking nice, we think they are eating our money. And yet they need help. You get? Yes, they need help. Because you're at crossroads, they're telling you, you must present yourself well, the way you present yourself and what. So I myself, one time I went to ask for a job from a friend, and she picked out someone. She said, Oyo ayagalachi. Oyo kati tumwemwe. You know, she left, she did, I didn't know, I just got to know the story. Yet I wanted also to chip into that car project in Kolechi. So sometimes these things, especially when you're a pastor, and for me, I have problems with pastors. Even dragging me here, I had refused to come because they have really manipulated people. So you must have what it takes to really go out there that you're really adding value to someone. So when I come and now start listening to people like these ones who are real, who are really showing me that they're interested in me, my well-being, and they're really showing me how I can go around, I rather avoid the church. So if you're going to look at these people, never be tempted. To me, that's what I believe to me. Never be tempted to judge. omuntu n'obanga zatya kati bw'abaze mu mbeera eyo ng'alabika bulungi yenna atonya biki, maybe she's approaching you from an angle of ignorance. She wants you to sit with her kati omutandika okumunnyonnyola nti you know what, enviiri otegeereza ze zitya, oh what you know, yes. So okay, yeah, she's saying that's what she's doing, which is okay, but the reality of the matter is when you judge people, you are going to be shocked. Because people will never present themselves the way they are. You need a lot of time, you need a pattern, you need to learn who people are exactly. You can't judge someone just what?
Yeah,
outrightly. So
value.
that's my take.
I know of a lady in particular, she will not spend a dime because she believes the husband is always lying.
Okay.
So she will look at the kids eat mukene and kaunga on a daily.
Oh no.
She will look at the kids put on clothes that are half torn and the butt is out and all that kind of stuff. But because she believes sente yo muchara eba ya muchara, ebagamba ya kalega, she has that kind of mindset. So however much there's sitting someone down, there's something called common knowledge. Kuba fena tetwasoma chiwanvu. Now here there is common knowledge. You can't watch your kid go hungry or they need clothes or stuff like that. We all sacrifice.
Yeah.
At a certain point in time, you have to sacrifice. You can't have it all. So I think, however much, yes, that counseling. But wadomuntu ngatetaga counseling, getaga chiboko. Thank you.
You are very right. And I like the fact that she had to elaborate on the issue of you can't have, and let me tell you, not on your watch as a woman, okay? As a man, because I'm speaking now in a woman's shoes, you can never watch your children suffer because you want to get back to someone. Never. Then you're not being a mother. A mother is a nurturer. A mother is a comforter. A mother akuma. You would rather undress and dress your child to make sure that your child is warm and you are busy getting the cold is biting into you. So as a mother, you are a protector. You would rather do everything in your power. Okay? You would rather go to the street no kuba obugatto omwana wo nafuna eddagala nafuna ekyokulya. You would rather go to nowewombeka n'osaba n'ogamba nti omanyi olwaleero bunzibiridde naye omwana wange alina okulya naye nkya ngenda tandikira. You would rather kwoza ngoye ku kyalo. So there is nothing nze omukyala tasobola kuŋŋamba kintu kyonna nti tasobodde kubeezaawo mukyawo mwana we. If my mother who didn't go even see a blackboard could actually take me to school, there is no woman in this world, apart from the lazy ones, who do not want to get out of their comfort zone. They are used to, omusajja alina kumpa, alina kumpa, bw'otafuna akuwa, nga okola ki? Nga gwogamba bana babonebone. So you can never be a woman if you do such a thing, okay? Where you're stuck? Okay.
It's actually a question, eh?
Okay.
Like, for example, some of us, tubadde mu mbeera nga mbi. Actually, the situations we are going through, they are bad situations. But we saw upon ourselves that no matter what, I have to look good. Now, kakati mbuuza nti, you're looking good, but you need hope. To see okay, for people to know that you need hope, oba we stop looking good.
The reason that's why I'm saying thank you, because we need elaboration to differentiate between what kind of good. Because I have looked good before, but when I need help. Okay? I have. But because I have maybe past makeup that I bought long time ago, or maybe I have my clothes, so when you look at me, actually, okay? But I actually need help. But the people that I am talking about is wafulumye saluuni olw'eggulo ng'otaddeko akaviiri ka 1.5 wangi ng'okoze enjala za over 100,000 or 150, and then you appear someone and you have the audacity of telling them that yesterday tetwalidde. Do you get my point? There are different pictures. Because you can look good just like our sister has said, nga engoye bakuwampe. Right? Nga bakuwampe. But still, oja kwambala olugoye olulungi, but you will not walk out of a saloon and even if, by the way, because I've been in a scenario where I need help, nenga I have a human hair going to be emyaka etaano. Nga muzamu. But still, if you have been in my life long enough, you will know that, by the way, that is how I have been. And you have seen, like seriously. No, I can tell because I have seen a woman that has literally, for example, this particular woman, I had to even support them, to buy some things from them to make sure that they get a start in life. But no sooner had I given them the money than what? Then they ran to buy a human hair wig. And guess what? Longer than I have. Remember, I'm the one buying. I am actually buying something worth 40 millions to give them human hair, 30 inches. Kakondo. Big TV. Buza abana bagenda bajira balinda. You know? Like seriously, you can tell if you've been in this person's life. Now where you can tell that, by the way, this person, ate if you're mchalo so wolo kubala no gamanti, by the way, agende de mo nebo banga wakasibi obusibi nga bulijjo kalina. Ejo jiba mitwalo ng'esatu oba mitwalo ng'ebiri. Kale bw'oba wafunya kuyamba yakusibidde kanaana. Naye kanaana tekagula mmere n'olya. So tosobola kuŋŋamba nti wasuze enjala naye ng'enviiri mpyattuku wakafuluma saluuni nti wasiibye enjala gula ekikomando. Tosobola kuŋŋamba nti abaana bakoze basiibye enjala. You get it? So tusobola okunyirira tekuliiko buzibu, but bw'oba mu bulamu bw'omuntu you can differentiate n'omanya nti ono ali extravagant, n'omanya nti ono priorities ze ziri inverted. And let me tell you, I will tell you the truth because abakyala ababikola bino. N'agamba maama bwe sinyirira sijja kwetega. Kanyirire nsobole okwetega nsobole okufuna obuyambi obusingawo. By the way, nga ye priority, I have seen naye nga yalese omwana waka. Waliwo abaleka n'abaana ne bagenda mu clubs. Mubawuliddeko. Aleka abaana n'agenda n'aklabinga ne banne ne banywa. Abana mu nju ne babonaabona. Some of them suffocate. Some of them, you get it? So there are some of us that have inverted priorities. Naye nga tasobola kumanya nti omwana ono ne bwanywa amazzi. Ne bwebanga omukwano gwange weeguli. Ate tosobola kwagala mwana n'obako ekirungi ky'omumma. Ne bweba muwogo muwutta. I told you one day, my mother told me I was digging nengwa ku muwogo omuwutta. Because she was digging in a village for someone else. Nagwa ku muwogo omuwutta n'afukamira ne yeebaza Katonda. N'agamba Mukama ompadde ekyokulya n'omwana wange. I remember that time my sister was the one who was a baby. She was breastfeeding and she did not have anything to even eat. Nali omuwogo omuwutta omwana we asobole okukola ki? Okuyonka. Asobole okubaawo to live to see the next day. Sometimes we have to live to see the next day because we don't know what God can do the following day. And we just have to go with the situation. But if she was the kind who was saying, ayingizaawo essimu empya, omuntu akusaba obuyambi, yakayingizaawo iPhone 13. Agiteeka na ku mmeeza bw'ati kamera z'ateeka kungulu kwange onoogitegererawa nti iPhone 13. You know them. Ateekawo obukamera obusatu mulina obbulaba. Bw'aba akwata ayina agikwata bw'ati, so that mugiraba naye yakagiyingizaawo. N'ogamba nedda eyakuwadde iPhone 13 lwaki tewamugambye nti omanyi nina ekizibu kyange eno iPhone 13 tegenda kumpa mmere naye either nsobola okugitunda bwone bwaba nga gikwadde nga kirabo ngenda kugitunda nsooke mpite mu kyempitamu edda I can regift myself with this phone. Okay, so njagala twawula ebintu even the Bible says be as wise as. Okay, so the wisdom is the difference maker. It will take you through a situation, just like we say, through a fire and you will not smell of smoke. But why? Because you made the right choices. But there are some who will go through the fire and they will smell the smoke. Okay? Why? Because maybe the choices were different. Okay?
I have always wanted to start a side hustle. And I've tried to come up with funds to support me there. But then I'm interested to okusubula engoye first hand ebikade. I don't know how to penetrate the market. I don't know where to go. So I'm stuck. And the money is there, but then I don't know if I delay, I will eat it. So munyambe. Thank you.
Olina kasenteko, I will not ask you how much. Because actually you can start a business with as low as 50,000. Even that's a lot, by the way. You can start a business with nothing. That's what we say. So even if you have 50,000 or you have... Now, if you do a business because someone else is doing it, then it is bound to fail. You don't do a business because someone is doing it. You do a business because you are passionate about it. And sometimes how we know that we are passionate about things is you keep thinking about it, you sleep on it, you think about it the next month, like it's the same thing over and over. If you ever conceive an idea and that idea runs away from you and you forget about it, just know you're not passionate about it. So don't rush. When an idea comes to your head and then you're like, ha! Kati wano bwengule enkoko ziva na kiralu. It has come to you today and tomorrow no to Mr. Fuso. Mugamba banange muyiwe obukoko bwonna. Muyiwe lukumi. You get it, eh? And then all of a sudden otandi say, you know, galangatanye, you don't know how, you know, atest manyi vaccines, atest manyi bichi, atest dagala. You don't know all those things. A person that has passion for something, you realize you will research it. You will survey it. You will go to people who are doing it. You will ask them how they are doing it. What are the profit margins? You know, you get it. Because passion is the only thing that will give you the resilience to stay the course when things get hard. If you're passionate about something. Otherwise, if you're not passionate about it, agenda mungoye ne bamugamba leero obulega bufuna. Encha engoye nazireka yeka nanonye ezigula obulega. Bwamala okugula obulega ne bamugamba okulima kufuna kiralu n'agamba kangende njiwe manure mu nnimiro ya jjajja wange. You get it? Why? Because you're not passionate about it. That's why I say if you have an idea, sit on it. Settle. Do not beera ng'eyafunye ssente. Omanyi abantu bwe bafuna ssente babeera nga abalina ekibasiiwa. Like chimutuma to do something. Bw'ozifuna, even money loves those that love it. And how to show money that you love it, sit on it. Zikubere wano munsa. Me, I told you, sometimes I move with money, and I'm like, I know I have budgets, I know I want, but I will move with the money until I'm like, you know what, let me just throw it somewhere. And then I will sit on it, and then by the time I think about it, I'm like, no, actually, nabade sikyetaaga. It's because I naise ku Instagram, nenda bechifana inenchi screenshotting, and I thought I need it. But now that I have taken time to think about it, I actually don't need it. But if I think about it today and I think about it next week and I think about it the other day, chances are I actually need it because my mind is lingering around it. Okay? So that exactly happens with business. Now, when you want first hand, okay? When you want to go first hand, you know, in second hand clothes, chances are you have to go and survey. First hand bazisaladi. Yo yagala chikubanga waliwo abamakoti abasoksi. You know there is everything downtown. Abamakoti abobugoye bw'abaana, bino ebikofiira bya winter, jacket. Like there is literally everything that you can think about. So go and make rounds. Just know oyagala ngoye kizaba corporate oba oyagala ngoye z'abaana abatandika. You get it? So that means in the mentorship we call it niching down. Any business has to niche down. And know that, by the way, yes, I am a fashionista. I want kwambaza abantu, but I want kwambaza omuchala bwati because then oja kupima prices, nengo ezogendo okugula, and even the sizes that you're going to buy and who you're going to target. Because chances are if you go, agamba nti olwokuba njagala bonna nolondako ku z'abaana, nolondako ku z'abasajja, nolondako ku bikofiira, nolondako ku socks. Olwo sente zikutuma, nolonda buli kimu. No bireta no tandika like obulwa wotandikira oli bwajja nakugamba nze ebyo sibyagala njagala cha winter no dayo nogula ebya winter nti nze ebyo sibyagala njagala bubutu bw'abaana nogenda mu ngatto. You get it? No, lemera ku kyoliko gamba nti by the way nze njagala kwambaza omukyala ali successful. Do not buy clothes for you, buy clothes for us. Manya bye twagala ebitusanyusa ebitu flattering our figures, you know. Like suggest them. Go to people's inboxes, business tewaina kubeera nsonyi. You have to, kwesula buli wamu. When you go on to hold my hand on Monday's business day, make sure that you put all the clothes. Hey, fill our inboxes. I know some of you are like, mama. Ate kati business tunaziba kuba tutya mu maaso nga tetubiteddeko. So, you're not stuck. You have started the journey. The only thing is the uncertainty of what comes next. That is the only thing that you're fighting with right now. But guess what? Put your foot in the water, not both feet. Put your foot in the water. Chances are, if you're interested, that means you have made some sales. Whether your own clothes or clothes that you have bought and someone nalwe gomba no rutwala no dayo no gula. So that means by now at least inaka abantu abatono ababade bakuwa orders. So capitalize on those people and make sure by the time you buy more stock, at least you should have read trends. What do I want? So that you don't buy clothes no sigala nazo oba neziba nga teziriko baguzi. But remember, all businesses are risks. You can never operate a business without a risk. So at some point you will have to go and buy things and be able to display them, and guess what? They will take 5 years minus being bought, or 4 years minus being bought. But the more strategic you are, because gwanja gaza change agala. I mean, sometimes we come to mention to agala. Nagamba jumpsuit. There is a day I went to buy dresses when I was doing Diana's function. So I went to the shop and the lady told me, how many of us have had some of those statements? And I'm like, I don't have time. I was like, and then you put it on the body, but it has to be a convincing tongue, a person who is soft-spoken, who knows the tactics of handling a client, who will get me to put on a dress. So I will put it on and I will be like, because I don't have time. I literally came to your shop, I have 5 minutes, I will dress up, I will pay and walk out. So there are some of us who are not time wasters. Sorry? No, I love dresses, but remember, I'm a recovering patient. I'm still in recovery. Someone has laughed. I'm still recovering. So, but I love dresses. And yesterday I was in dresses. You didn't see me. Oh, I slayed. Ask Christine and ask Coach Zai. Hey, slayage was here, my friend. So, my dear, passion will take you places. Understanding what your customer wants will take you places. Be willing to go an extra mile. Bannange tewali akola business nga ino olunkulu. No. Okuyiriba kuba kukulemye. Bw'oba oyagala okuyiriba, olunkulu lw'oba otooka okuteeka ku bbali, onaku ayinza okutuma emirundi eri nga bwaga nedda kewalese tekajja ku nnyuma. N'ogamba it's okay kankaleke mu dduuka kangende nkuleetera akalala. N'ogenda n'oleeta akalala. But once you know, there are people that give me clothes, like Harriet is one of them. She's not here, the big baby. But she knows now what I want. She will even go and say, oh, Rosita wana. I can't even waste my time. But she will bring something and she will tell me, you get it? Because they have studied my trends of consumption. So know your customer, know what they want, avail yourself and be willing to go an extra mile.